Hello, everybody. My name is Marta Kulesza. I work at Ecorys, and today I'd like to present to you technical assistance facility, in short, TAF. So, what is TAF? TAF is a 3-year-long project which started in January 2019 and will last until 2021. So we are almost exactly in the middle of it. It is a project that aims to provide free of charge expert advice to eligible investment projects that are generated through S3P-Industry platform in order for them to improve their business plans and increase their level of investment readiness. The TAF project is implemented by a consortium of 3 partners, where Ecorys is the leading organization and the main coordinating organization. And we are supported by experts from Meta Group and from BDL that provide the support to the project work. So TAF, the applications for TAF support are received on a rolling basis, and they are evaluated in the assessment rounds that you can see on the right-hand side of the slide. So the call for application is open constantly, so you can apply at any moment. However, the applications are assessed in certain moments in the year in the assessment rounds, which are in April, June, September, October, and December. So in order to be assessed in a certain round, you have to apply by the given deadline. So once applications are received, they are assessed by the pre-assessment team that also, if necessary, makes an interview with the applicant in order to gather additional information or clarify certain issues. Then the next step is that we have an independent selection committee meetings that actually also evaluates the application, and then together with the European Commission takes the decision of which project will receive the support. Then, of course, we have ongoing delivery of advisory services for the selected project. But in addition, TAF also offers feedback and learning opportunities throughout its duration in a form of regional events in the past, and now we switched due to COVID to virtual workshops. We actually held such workshops last week during 2 days where potential applicants or projects or partnerships from S3P interested in applying for TAP were able to pitch their projects and receive the feedback as to its maturity and clarify certain issues with experts. So it's a learning opportunity that is open in addition to the actual support. See next. So if you're interested in applying for TAP, what do you need to do? So as with any support scheme, you have to prepare an application. But before you start preparing your application, you need to meet the admissibility criteria, which I will talk about in a minute on the next slide. So once you realize that you're meeting those admissibility criteria, then you have to specify your project. That means to prepare a draft business plan. Of course, the business plan doesn't need to be complete, but in the application is set such that different sections cover actually various elements of the business plan. So you need to have a very specific idea what you want to do, what your project is offering. So you need to identify customers. So for whom is this project for? Potential revenue streams. So to ensure that in the long run the project is sustainable and is able to generate some revenues, as well as estimation of some costs. So how big is the investment size? If the application is submitted by a private actor, then there should be an institutional backing. That means that, for example, if an SME or again a private or any other private actor submits the application, there should be maybe a letter of support from the region just to prove that there is this regional backing. And of course, we encourage private sector involvement in the project because, as we know, the projects from S3P platform are often designed by regional authorities. However, it's very good if there are also companies on board in the consortium. For more information about the TAF application, as well as its different sections, I encourage you to go to our dedicated TAF website on the S3P platform, where you'll be able to find a guidance note for applicants, which explains step by step how to fill in the applications and all the different sections. So, for more information, I encourage you to check our website. And about this admissibility criteria that I have mentioned. So the first one is quite easy. There needs to be a link to S3P-Industry. Your partnership is, since it's affiliated, I think it's not a problem. So if there is a project that wants to apply for TAP, it should be linked to the S3P platform. Then the second very important point is that the project promoter is empowered by the consortium to represent the project and to manage it. Because this person needs to be able to act on behalf of the project consortium. We know that very often in these interregional projects there are many partners, but it's very important to have one person that is able to act on behalf of the whole consortium. And this project manager needs to be sufficiently available and resourced to work along the TAF experts, because it's a support service. So the experts help you to work on different aspects of your business plan. However, it's a collaboration, so the expert is not able to do everything. So there needs to be a person on the other side that can work with the expert. And then the third important point is the interregional dimension of the project. So the project should include regions from at least two countries, where at least two such parties are willing to co-invest in this project. In case that the project has developed an alternative formula, for example, financial investment of one party and in-kind contribution of another, then the interregional dimension needs to be well argued, in the sense that there should be an added value of interregional cooperation to the whole business idea of the project. So these are the admissibility criteria. I don't think they're so demanding. I think each project that is interested in the support should be able to meet them. And about the support itself. So as you can see on this slide, we offer two broad sets of advisory services, which can be grouped in business type of advice or legal type of advice. And our experts provide a wide range of services, and these are always tailored to the needs of the specific project. So these are agreed on in the so-called service level agreement, where the project and the expert agree on the elements that will be covered by the support. So it really depends on the project needs. It could be quite broad in the scope, tackling multiple business plan areas, or it can be more focused to and specific for individual or legal business issues that the project may have. In terms of support days, individual project receive expert support in the range of 5 to 60 expert days. So just to clarify, the TAF is not a funding instrument. It's the regions do not receive money; they receive expert days in the form of advice. And this range depends on complexity and maturity of the project, and on the selection committee recommendation as to how many days are needed for each project. And we have one very good example of the project that has received the support, and this project actually is from your partnership. I guess you know it. It's the Complat project that is currently receiving the advice of TAF experts, and from what I've been hearing, it's going quite well. They're advancing quite quickly. So Combrad has received, I think, around 25 days of expert support over the course of 6 to 8 months, and I think it's going well there. So, but I'm sure you know about this project, so you can also speak to the beneficiary itself in person. So I think that's it from my side. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them.
Thank you, Marta. If somebody of you has any question, please. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. I also in your chat box I posted a link to the TAF website if you're interested to go there and read a bit about the support. I added it to the chat. But if there are any questions right now, also don't, as Maria Jose said, don't be shy. Do the project need to have a specific TRL to start with? It's not a requirement. I mean, we don't set the bar like TRL level minimum 7 or something like that. However, they should be at the level of pre-commercialization. So they shouldn't be, the TRL shouldn't be too low. However, it's not an admissibility criteria to be at a certain level. However, it should be, yes, at least at the pilot stage / pre-commercialization stage. Yes, because the advice is to take it really to hopefully to the commercial stage already. How long is the process of the TAF? You mean the application process, or I'm not sure I understand the question.
Both, Marta. I refer to both the application and the research or the assessment
Okay.
to do this application.
Yes. So as you saw in the previous slide, we have the deadlines, the cutoff dates by which the applications should be submitted. So, for example, if you want to submit an application by the 30th of June, then because it's the summer period, the assessment round only takes place in September. So the applicants would be notified in September. But for example, if you apply by 15th of September, the assessment round is already in October. So it takes maybe I would say between 3 and 5 weeks to receive the results of your application. Do you also advise on potential ideas that could be considered admissible projects, or projects have to already be in execution? Potential ideas. It really depends. I mean, I'm not sure I have advice on this. I mean, any project idea that has a potential is obviously admissible. That this is not an issue, and the projects don't, I mean, in execution, in what sense? I don't know if Naomi, you can specify a bit, maybe by speaking up. It's maybe easier to explain, because I'm not sure I understand your question.
Yeah, sorry. I mean that if projects have to be at that moment being carried out, or if they can be just ideas that hasn't started yet. I'm not sure if you.
I maybe I understand. I mean, the projects need to be well thought through, so there needs to be already some groundwork done by the project, in a sense. For example, when you fill the applications, you will see different sections asking you, for example, on potential revenue streams. So you have to think about, okay, how will I finance my activities? Who are my customers? So you need to think about for whom you're doing what you're doing, and whether these people would be willing to pay for the for your goods or your services that the project offers. You have to estimate more or less the cost needed to finance your project. So are you planning to, I don't know, to set up a platform? Is it are you building a demo plant? It really depends on the project, but there needs to be, it cannot be just an idea. I think there needs to be some already work put in the project. I don't know if I answered your question. Okay. I don't know if there are any further questions. Yes, feel free to put in them in the chat or speak up. Is there any limitations of projects from partnership? No. There's no limit. So as you know, we are supporting Complat, which is from your partnership, but we're welcoming. Yes, the more project applications, the better. If they are mature and they are interested in the support, they are of course welcome to apply. There is no limit. Yes, we don't call it deadlines, we call them cutoff dates, and there are multiple in the year. So if you go on the TAF website, we have this part where we say application received by, and then we have a couple of dates. So the next date is on the 30th of June, and then the next one still this year is 15th of September or 30th of October. So these are the dates for 2020. It will continue until the end of 2021. However, we don't know if the contract we received is only for 3 years, but it of course depends on the Commission. If the support service is successful, perhaps it could be prolonged. But as it stands now, it will only last until the end of 2021. So you have you have basically 1 year to apply, because I think we will stop applications probably in the summer next year, so that we can finish all the services delivery by the end of 2021. So there is still some time. So if you think that you're not ready yet, of course you can wait maybe until the end of this year or beginning of next year and apply then. So there's still time. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thank you, Marta. I think that it's the technical assistance facility is a tool that, as you said, it's very interesting for our partnerships and for related projects that pertain to the traceability and big data network. And as you said, we have 1 year and a half, more or less, for participating and take advantage of this opportunity. So I absolutely think that is our moment to start to encourage our projects and create new projects for participating with the TAF and have a better performance on that.
Yeah. You're very welcome to apply. We're excited to see different projects coming in from different partnerships. So I hope you'll be able to apply and hopefully receive the support. It's yes.
So we can wait for 1 minute more for more questions. Or in any case, if you have additional questions after this meeting, you can send us and we will send also to Marta.
Yes, no problem. If there are any additional questions later on, feel free to email me. I will have to leave this meeting now, but yes, if you have any questions, feel free to either do it via Maria Jose or directly send it to the TAF mail. I can also paste it here if you're interested. We have like the general mailbox where we receive questions and we can answer any doubts.